Okay. So method overriding. Generally, as I mentioned, method overriding happens between two classes. So you should have one parent class and child class. Parent class method you can override in the child class. Override means so both classes should have the same method, same parameters, and same access modifier. But access modifier, parent class access modifier is more accessibility scope is there. You cannot reduce that scope in the child class. Either equal or above. That should be there. So then you can override that method and you must so apply so inheritance concept. So that is the concept of method overriding. So let's create new class. Maybe I'll create one parent class, vehicle class. Okay. Vehicle or animal class I'll create. Animal class. So animal so is going to have some methods. Maybe you can create a so default constructor one, constructor, default constructor. So I'm not doing anything, but if you want, you can write some statement if you want. System dot out dot println animal class default constructor. So then we'll create some methods. Let's create some methods. So animals having different so methods, right? We can create the different methods public void eat method one. So I can create out dot println. So generic statement we have kept it here. So create another one protected void play. So start playing. Okay, so like this, or so one more if you want, you can make it void mix sound. So another method. So animals make a different noise, right? So make a different noise. So these are the three methods we created in the animal class. That's a parent class. Now I'll create a child class. Child class is like, uh, dog class. I'll create a dog class. Dog is an animal, right? Dog is an animal. So it is maintaining easy relationship between the both the classes. So that's why we can create a dog class and extend this so animal to dog. So that's what we can do that. Extend this dog to the animal class. Let's do that. Create a dog class. Dog extends animal. So which method you want to override from animal class? You have to decide. And right here, so whatever the field you want to override. Maybe if you want constructor, you can generate the constructor also. So you know how to call the parent class constructor? How to call parent class constructor? Super. So parent class constructor as a default. This is the default constructor you are calling in the child class constructor. So again, you don't need to write parent class logic here. Just call super, all parent class constructor logic will execute for you. Okay, so that's the super keyword. Same as this keyword. This keyword will be used for current class objects. Super keyword is used to call immediate parent class. Immediate parent class means this immediate parent class is this one. This class objects you can call with the super keyword. See, I'm calling parent class constructor in the child class constructor with a super keyword. Now, so I want to override. So at the rate, override, right? Override method. I'm overriding a method. Public void eat method. See this system dot out dot println. So dog class eat method. Dog class eat method. So I'm overriding this one. Same, right? Same method name, everything same as animal, right? Same. Child class also same, but you are writing override. That means the logic you are implementing differently. Dog eats uh, so pedigree or some minute, right? So this is how we can. So it's different
Sorry,
logic.
Ramesh.
You're
Ramesh,
yeah.
sorry, one small doubt, Ramesh.
Hmm.
Is it really required to use that at the rate override when
Not
we
required. Not
Okay,
required.
okay, thank you.
Not necessary. But you are telling explicitly you're overriding this method.
Yeah,
Even though
that is our understanding purpose. We
ah,
can easily guess that there is a method in
hmm,
superclass also, so that
hmm.
we are overriding here.
That method you are overriding here.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Remaining methods, it's up to you what you want to write. Different methods, maybe I'll write. So protected, void, sleeping. Dog related methods you can develop. Dog is sleeping. So like this, you can develop some methods. Okay, whatever the methods you want. So maybe if you want to override one more method, make sound, I'll override that. Another method. I think that is protected, right? Make sound. Oh, okay, it's not protected. So I'll write as this. So make sound means dog. Sorry. So just different statement completely. Your logic is different than this one. So that's the overriding means. And call the main method. So now what will happen is upcasting. So through upcasting, you can call only overridden methods of child class. If you create object for parent class, reference variable is equal to a child class object with that object reference, parent class object reference will be used to call only overridden methods, not normal methods. If you want to call both class methods, I already told you how to do that. So you want to call only overridden methods, you apply upcasting process. Upcasting or runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism. What is runtime polymorphism?
At the time of
Parent class, reference variable equal to new child class object. So parent class means animal. Animal A obj equal to new dog class. See, parent class reference variable is pointing to child class object. So with this object reference, you can call only overridden methods. What methods we overridden? Eat method. Then which logic will execute for you? Only this logic will execute for you, not parent class logic. See that. A obj dot eat if you do, or a obj dot make sound. See a obj dot another method won't show, but parent class methods will show. Here you have put a sleep, right? See, sleep method is not going to show here. It's not there. So only with this concept, you can call only overridden methods in the child class. Which animal class methods you are overriding in the child class, only those methods you can call. Then parent class method, all you can call. All parent class methods you can call. See, play method. Play method is not in the child class. Play method is not in the child class. All parent class methods you can call. So except child class, not overridden methods. That is method overriding. See now only which class logic will execute? Child class logic will execute. For these two methods, child class logic will execute, not parent class logic.
Now, if we want to call that child class non-static methods, again same, we need to create a separate
You have to
child class
create
object,
a
separate object, and can,
class object. So both classes you can call directly, right?
yeah.
This dot out dot println. I'll just separate that. So you just do that dog. So du is equal to new dog. Now with this object, you can call all parent and child class objects.
Yes.
Generally, so you can do this or you can do this also. Why you are referring to parent class is, so you're telling that, okay, parent class methods you're overriding. That purpose, this you're using this concept. Otherwise, you can use this concept. Anyone is fine.
Yes.
The runtime polymorphism. Parent class, that reference variable pointing to child class. This is called upcasting or runtime polymorphism. Okay. So that's it. See, even see animal constructor also called here. Did we just called with a super keyword, right? That's why animal constructor also. Again, also animal constructor called here because one more time you created object here. That's why. So D will be say dot sleep, right? Sleep method you can call. So this is the how you can call methods. Okay. So that's all how to override the methods and how to call. And so let's go and discuss on some of the keywords. So this super final keywords. Then we can again write the programs on one by one keyword. Any questions on this? Hey, this is the one. Dog is sleeping. Okay. So so final keyword we need to discuss. Java final keyword. Yeah, here it is. So already final keyword initial classes, I have discussed that. Okay. So final is a non-access modifier keyword. So which is used to apply on variables, methods, and classes. That means you can create a final variables, final methods, final classes. So once you declare any entity as a final, once you declare variable, method, class as a final, it can be assigned only once. You cannot change that value. You cannot change that value. So the final variable cannot be reinitialized with another value. The final variable cannot be reinitialized with another value. Once you assign the value, that's a final. The final method cannot be overridden. Final method cannot be overridden. You cannot override the final method. So as I already mentioned that while discussing. Final method cannot be overridden. Final class cannot be extended. Final class cannot be extended. So that's the final keyword purpose. And final class, you create a final class. You can create a final class, but that you cannot inherit. So that's the all about a final. So final variable value cannot change once you assign. So like say final int a is equal to 32, and the next line I cannot change this. So I'm trying to change the variable a's value to different, but it won't allow you, and it will throw compile time error on this line. Okay, so that's the final variable, how it will work. Then final method. So if you create a final method, so this method you cannot override in the child class. See, if you try to override here in the child class, main extends a final demo, and this will tell you, and this method cannot be overridden. So then final class cannot be extended. So you will get a message like display in main cannot override display in final demo. So you'll get a compile time error. Final class cannot extend. See, final class, class name, and class main extends a final class. So this is not possible because there's a final class. Final class cannot be extended. These are the three statements you need to remember. Final variable value cannot be changed, cannot be reassigned.
Cannot be overridden.
Final method cannot be overridden.
Mhm.
Final class cannot be extended.
Overridden. Okay.
So these are the 3 points. Other than that, we don't need anything. Okay. So let's write the program so that practically we'll see that. So first I'm creating a final class. So I'll use final, okay? Final class. First, I'll create a final variable. Let me create a final. So variable. Public static final string loan type. Okay, so this is the one. I want to write a method also, public string public final string get loan type method. So get loan type method. So now see that I'm trying to modify this value here. I'm trying to modify this value as a different value. I'll put it. Let's put a different value. Personal loan. What I'm doing here in the 9th line. So what I'm doing here,
We are declaring loan type variable.
We are reassigning the value, this one, right? You're reassigning. Here home you assigned, but in this 9th line, you are reassigning a new value. This is not acceptable. See that?
Yeah.
Cannot assign a value to final variable loan type. You cannot assign. So that's our first statement. I proved it. Okay. First statement, I proved it. Now I created a final class, final variable, and final method I created. Now let's create a new class. Another normal class I'm creating. So now I'm trying to extend it. Extends loan type. So extends loan type. Now you see it is throwing error. Cannot inherit from final loan type. You cannot inherit the final class. So second statement also proved. And now I will try to override. Okay, let's override. So public string get loan type, right? Get loan type. Get loan type. And it is say it is, you cannot override, it is saying, right? 1 minute.
Hello, Ramesh.
Okay, so here you can see that so you're trying to override the method, it is throwing error. So it's not possible. First of all, extension itself not allowing, right? Extension itself not allowing. So how can you avoid that error? So remove the final keyword. So it is throwing error here itself. That is the one, right? Now you are trying to override the method. It is clearly saying cannot override the method. This issue is resolved. Why it resolved? I removed the final keyword. Now this issue is you cannot override the methods. Final methods cannot be overridden. It's not possible. Okay. So that's all three statements. So any questions here? Any questions? Okay.
Fine, Ramesh.
Yeah. So that's it. Let's see now this and super keywords.
Instance. Ramesh, your voice is not audible, Ramesh.
Now it is audible, right?
Yeah, now it's okay.
I was talking, no, just now only. I was in mute 1 minute.
Mhm.
Then I started again.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So Java, this keyword is act as a reference variable to the current class object's reference purpose. So you can refer current class instance variable, current class constructor, and current class methods with this keyword. And so this is used to refer current class instance variable. So if there is a ambiguity on variable names, then you can refer this dot. See now, instance variable and local parameter is ambiguity. Such cases, how you can refer this instance variable? You just put this keyword before the instance variable, then that will be resolved. Then you can call, so that's what so this dot, so is you need to put like this. Next, we have a current class constructor you can call. So one constructor you can call in another constructor with this keyword. So as I already mentioned, the setters and getters definitely will use this dot name, this dot name. So in the getters and setters, you will use to refer the instance variables. You will use this keyword always. That we covered already. Constructor, if there are multiple constructors in the class, okay, multiple constructors in the class, that constructors. So if you want to refer, see now complex int I, int j. Now this dot a equal to I, this dot b equal to z, these local parameters. So the parameter I am setting to a, parameter j I am setting to b. Now same logic I want to call here. So to invoke the constructor with the two parameters, you can use this keyword, this this one. You don't want to write again same logic, and you can use just call the constructor, this constructor in another constructor in the same class, use this keyword. So this, so with the 0 parameters. So like that you can call the constructors, one constructor in another constructor with this keyword. So that's it. So all these are the examples, and we'll see that. So in the current class, I'll show you. Next, we'll say super keyword. And what is super keyword? And let's join back and we'll discuss more on the super keyword.